We are going to Vancouver. We're going to go visit my family because we're fully vaccinated. What I believe is BC is open up now. That's what we were being told. So we're going to go visit my sister and my mom and my family because they just recently moved there. So we want to go check it out, have a little vacation with being fully vaxxed, enjoy ourselves in Canada. So that's what we're doing today. We are just heading to the airport now. I'm actually genuinely shocked how many people there are going to the airport right now. Like, I asked Rachel what the airport was like when she went, and she said it was dead empty. So this is like surprising. No, I have no idea what terminal. Let me check. I didn't even check that. You know, it's been forever since you've traveled.
Terminal 3.
Where do you see? Oh, at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, Terminal 3. Oh wait, but it's pointing that way for Terminal 3.
No, right here. Terminal 4.
Oh. So we have a little bit of time before our flight, and we've barely eaten today, and the flight is like 4.5 hours, and I think by the time we actually arrive at our hotel in Vancouver, it's going to be like 8 o'clock, 3 something now. I don't know. What time?
4.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock now. So we have a lot of time before we'll be able to eat again, so we're gonna grab a bite here. And again, I'm like actually surprised how busy it is in here, but I guess with vaccinations, kind of makes sense. We got a pizza with chicken and like a balsamic thing and breakfast. I'm like so mad at myself because this morning like I exfoliated my face because I had a lot of dry skin, and I over exfoliated so you can see like all that redness. I'm so mad at myself, but it's okay. I know I'll be better in a day. So I'm just gonna keep like my skin super moisturized throughout the day and the night, and then hopefully by tomorrow for our first day in Vancouver, it's gonna be okay. We just arrived in Vancouver. I'm excited to explore this city a little bit. We are just currently figuring out where we are because we don't know, we've never been here before, and we're gonna head off to our hotel. Just arrived at our hotel. For anyone wondering, we are staying at a hotel called Coastal. I don't know where it is by terms of Vancouver geography because I'm not really familiar with this city, but it is around the water, which is where I wanted to be. Like, not exactly city center, but like kind of similar to where we live in Toronto, because I really just want to compare. So if you guys remember, I told you earlier I've over exfoliated my skin this morning, and boy is it red and sensitive. I feel so bad. So I'm just putting a little bit of this. The name isn't on it. It's the Benton Snail Bee High Content Steam Cream to kind of just like moisturize and hydrate my messed up skin. Tonight when we get back, I'm gonna do a sheet mask and try to like calm my skin down. But essentially, I'm just gonna put on a little bit of concealer so it's not as aggressive. And then we're gonna go walk around the water and try to find a bite to eat, because unlike Toronto, here you can do dine-in restaurants. It's a little bit more back to normal. I'm just gonna be using the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 185. It's a little too light for me, but that's okay. It's okay. And then yeah, we're just gonna see if we can find something to eat, have a little walk. I think it's currently like 8:30 p.m. here. Yeah, my skin is upset and angry. Whoops. It's just like I hate when I accidentally over exfoliate my skin, because like there was so much dead skin coming off. I was like, oh wow, yeah, that's a lot, and then I didn't realize I was going a little too far. It happens every like once in a while, but as long as I keep it super moist and calm, it should be okay in a day or two. Fortunately, like all the skincare I brought is super calming stuff. I think I'll be okay. To cover up this redness, I didn't bother putting makeup on at all earlier, just like literally super thick SPF, because I didn't want to irritate my skin any more than it already was. But it has calmed down quite a bit since we left, since I think it's been like 5 hours now. But so far, based off first impressions of this specific area of Vancouver, I am liking it a little bit more than Toronto. I'm sorry, but the streets here are really clean so far. I don't know, what was the road that we walked down? Like, it obviously was like the ritzy area, like shopping area. Like we passed like a closed down Versace and stuff like that, so obviously like cleaner. But when I compare it to Toronto, and like that would be the Yorkville area, like Hastings Street, I was like, there was such a huge difference. Like if Yorkville is the expensive, like rich, like shopping area, and it's like Just poop everywhere. And it's a little bit better, but we'll see, we'll see. So on camera, my skin looks perfectly fine, but literally up close, you know when you like overdo it and the texture's all like rough because like your skin's kind of scabbing over a little bit? Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna finish up and I'll tune back in when we are out walking around and get some food. Soju. Good morning, everyone. This first vlog in Vancouver is a dual vlog because obviously yesterday was mostly spent traveling, and then by the time we actually went out for dinner, it got pretty late here. I think we were finished eating at like 10 and we were just like super wiped out tired. So this is a combo day in the life vlog because yesterday doesn't really count. But anyway, today I think we're just going to kind of explore the city, while tomorrow I'm going to meet up with family and hang out with them. So I think we're just going to kind of familiarize ourselves with the area. But funny enough, last night when we went out for dinner, we went to a place called Tokyo in April, which sounded super cute. The food was so good. Like, it was actually so good. But funny thing about it is that we actually went to like one area in Vancouver that they say not to really go to at night, like one of the not so safe areas. So that was funny because if you guys know, in Toronto, that's one of my like bigger complaints is like the unsafety areas and how big they are and how they're kind of like spread out everywhere. So it was funny, like the first place we go to, we end up in the one area you're not supposed to go to, which apparently is called Hastings East and like downtown East. So that was funny, but it really wasn't that bad. Like, it really just reminded me, for anyone of you watching that do live in the Toronto area or are super familiar with the Toronto area, it really just kind of reminded me of like kind of North Jarvis-ish area meets a little bit of Sherbourne. I would say more so like Jarvis and Jarvis and Queen, that kind of vibe. So not the best, but that was funny. So now we know. I spent this morning looking up areas to avoid and the good areas, and I asked you guys on Instagram for some tips as well. I think we're gonna kind of explore more of the West End today. Just walk around, enjoy the views, familiarize yourself with the city, get some recommendations from you guys on Instagram, and go with the flow and just kind of like relax a little bit and enjoy the city. My skin is a little bit better today. You can kind of see the redness here. It's not like super raw anymore, but it is like kind of rough. For my skincare routine last night, I used a ton of stuff. I actually used all of my travel size products. I used the Osea, I think it's pronounced, cactus water moisturizer, which is like a thick, it's actually so cool. It's a really thick gel. Like, I've never used a gel in that consistency before. Did not burn my raw skin either, which is nice. I also used the Osea Indigo eye cream all over my face as well, because like eye cream is the same as face moisturizer. There's no issue. Then for my main night cream, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Night Cream. I am obsessed with this. I've actually had this sample for 2 years, and like a little goes a long way. So if you do ever want to try out this product, you honestly don't need to buy the full size. Like, this has literally lasted me 2 years and I still have some. To remove my makeup, I prefer using oil cleansers, but I didn't want to bring anything because I didn't have checked baggage, so everything was like had to be under 3 fluid ounces for aerosol and liquids, and I don't have that for oil cleanser. So I brought a travel size sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Take It All Off Gentle Eye Makeup Remover, and it actually worked really good at removing all my makeup. Waterproof mascara, my Japanese waterproof mascara, in almost one go. But of course, you can't just use this to cleanse your face. You also have to double cleanse. So then I followed up with this travel size sample of the Etude House Micellar Deep Cleansing Water, Micellar Water, called Monster. And it worked nicely to finish everything off. Of course, I can't have too simple of a routine. I need to watch out for my anti-aging. So I used this sample size of the Chanticel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, the Serum Anti-Age Refermescent Bio-Lifting Serum. And that was so nice as well. It's such a super thick, like gel almost type serum. It's really cool. And then I also like I put a lot of stuff on because obviously my skin needs a lot of stuff right now. And then I used the Advanced Snail Peptide Eye Cream from Coaster X as well. You might be wondering, like, why are you using eye creams as your moisturizers and treatment layers, it's literally just because they're small enough packaging to bring on the airplane. That's why. And that's pretty much it. I also brought other stuff that I didn't feel like I needed last night because that in itself was enough, but I did bring one of my favorite sleeping masks. This is the 𝐕𝐃 Thickest Sleeping Mask. Obsessed with these. I brought a few of them. The only thing I don't like about this sleeping mask is it always comes in individual sachets, which obviously isn't environmentally good, so I wish they would upgrade the packaging. And then I also brought the Chanteseca, I can't pronounce this brand whatsoever, but I brought this cream as well, which I'm excited to try out. It's the Bio Lifting Cream, anti-aging, so excited to use that tonight. I just didn't want to I didn't feel like I needed anything else. So for today, I'm probably going to maybe try this for the day cream and keep it a little more lightweight. Probably use the 𝐔𝐿 as my serum-ish layer, and then maybe I'll use the Boscia Cactus Water Moisturizer as my hydrating layer, and then for my SPF, I'll be using the Pacific Fresh Herb Origin Sunblock. I've been obsessed with this the past like 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready and see you guys when we're out. Hey, so we made it out. It's like 11:30 and we haven't explored much of Vancouver yet, but right off the bat, considering this is like the kind of downtown, would you say it's like maybe the business district area? Hard to say. Like West Hastings, like central West Hastings. It's nice and quiet. It's pretty clean. We have yet to see a ton of dog poo everywhere. Just the quietness overall and the cleanness of the air are like probably the three major things we've noticed so far since being out. Obviously we have a lot more of Vancouver to explore, and I'm excited. I'm excited so far from we're exploring. No idea where we're gonna walk to, but we're just kind of gonna walk the city, walk and try to avoid any like sketchy areas and have fun.
My specialty.
Specialty. Like, look how nice this is. What the hell? All these yachts, the patio restaurants. There's no spider webs lacing the entire bars there. So far this is really, really nice. I'm feeling away. Feeling away. I don't know. But I'm feeling away. I was just telling HoneyBii, like everything about this is very much so reminding me of like Japan and Korea, but like the Western version of it. Like this waterway that we're walking up right now, even though it's for an apartment complex, like this is everywhere in Korea and Japan, everywhere. And it's beautiful. And it's just, why is it so clean? Like I've been to Vancouver before. This isn't my first time here, but the last time, like what the hell? It's stunning. There's like palm trees, like you wouldn't think this is Canada. This literally is like Japan and Korea. You can walk on it. But anyway, like I've been to Vancouver before, but it was like kind of a blur because I was so exhausted from being on like a 2-week-long road trip, and I had 2 days here, and everything was like a bike tour. So walking, like when you walk you just see so much more, which is why I want to do like a walking tour of everything. Like obviously this is the really expensive place to live, but like the expensive place in Toronto doesn't even compare. So we are in Stanley Park and it's so hot today. Sorry, my camera like sucks at focusing now. But we got ice cream because we're dying of the heat. I think it's like 35 degrees here today. It's insane. Cookies and cream ice cream. And we're just talking about like scenarios if we did want to move here, like what would happen. Just curiosity, just discussion. Yeah. Dog.
Oh.
You didn't wash your hands. All you did was get your hat wet. It's cold. We just ended up in the rainforest, apparently, part of Stanley Park. It's so pretty. It smells amazing in here. Wow, like cedar or pine. Oh, there's gonna be like a lot of spiders though. Oh. This is good for your soul to be here. Oh, I've never seen one like this before. Oh, wow. It's like a million lily pads and flowers. It's beautiful. So that whole situation right now, we were walking past and we saw these like photographers with mega zoom lenses, and they waved us over without saying anything to show us that there was an owl, which is, I believe, pretty rare to see an owl in the middle of the day.
30 degrees.
Yeah, and it's 30 degrees. He was just having a bath and then grooming himself, so that was super cool. He was pretty far away, my little vlog camera.
There's a sweet little chipmunk.
Where?
On the log there.
Oh, he's just chilling, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little chipmunk. You guys have seen chipmunks before. I know that was really nice of them to wave us over, but yeah, my vlog camera definitely couldn't capture it that well. Never seen an owl that close up before. We ended up in the Rose Garden of Stanley Park, or I think Shakespeare Garden. It's literally just a ton of rose bushes everywhere. And like over here, like, look how stunning this is. What the hell? I was literally just mentioning to HoneyBii how if this was in Toronto, it would just be flooded with people all trying to get like an Insta moment.
Like you?
Absolutely like me. We just finished eating at a place called The Lift, which looks like is a, how would you even describe it? Like an overwater restaurant, I guess. It was good. It was good. We were very heat stroked, I guess, and dehydrated, so it was good to have some cold refreshments. That's why I didn't vlog too much, plus there was a lot of music in there, so copyright didn't want to get it. Now we're just digesting in a little bit of a grassy patch along the coastline. I don't even know how to word anything. And then if we feel up for it, we're going to go to Granville Island. If we are too tired and heat stroke, then we'll probably just go back to the hotel for the day, because it is super hot. It's a feels like 34-degree day. It's so hot. We're cooling off in this like mist tower that mists you. Why don't we have this in Ontario? Like, it gets equally as hot. Like, we've seen so many of these mist towers and they like just literally don't exist in Toronto. Like, this literally reminds me of like Japanese streets, but like actually the Canada version. Okay, I'm just like blown away. This literally looks like Japan. Like this whole building design with the low front like parking with the shelter, and then even the building's additional. Like, this literally looks like Japan. If you just put like Japanese writing on this street, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. It is beautiful here. I'm offended. Wow, like what the hell is actually so stunning here? I was just telling HoneyBii, like I warned him this whole time we're in Vancouver, like you could, like based on what I've been saying so far, like repeating myself, this literally is like, this city is a mix between everywhere I've lived, minus Korea, not so much Korea, like Japan meets Australia meets Canada. It's just really pulling so many memories for me from those two places. It's insane. For me, it doesn't even feel like Canada in my opinion. Like, it doesn't feel like Canada here. This is crazy. Like, I'm like trying to convince HoneyBii to move here. I'm like, why? I'm like, why would anyone pick Toronto over this? other than like jobs, because clearly we have a lot of jobs, not given the pandemic, but it's insane. Like, just look at the cool balconies on this building. Like, it's amazing. And like this is the ocean. This is not like a lake that smells like butt. This is the ocean. Literally palm trees. Where the hell in Canada do you get palm trees? Nowhere. Nowhere else. So we just got back from our crazy day of walking. I'll try to draw it on a map for you guys. I am dead. Not only did it feel like 35 degrees Celsius all day today with no wind, but we walked for an insane amount of kilometers. We pretty much only walked because the last time I was in Vancouver was for 2 days only, and we mostly just visited my family at that point for one of the days, and then the other day was a quick bike tour to like Stanley Park, and that was kind of it. Prior to that, the last time I was ever here, I was 7 years old, and we didn't really discover the city. It was like, I'm a child, we did things for kids. So I want to make this trip an opportunity to discover what is Vancouver actually about as an adult, and to like live in what is the community like, what are the neighborhoods like. And we definitely discovered a good chunk of it today, but I am definitely a little heat stroked. I have a heat headache. We drank as much water as we possibly could throughout this whole experience, but it is insanely beautiful here. So like I said before, some of the key things we've noticed within the first day of walking, I don't know, we probably walked well over 15 kilometers today. I think we've hit like well over 20,000 steps. So we did kind of all of West Hastings area around the waterfront. We did a good half of Stanley Park. Of course, Stanley Park is so big and there's so many trails within it. We didn't really view all of them, but we did a good chunk of Stanley Park. Then we walked all the way up along, I think it was Cordere Road, I can't quite remember the name, until Daviesville I think it was called, or Davy something, all the way to the beaches area. And then from there we went across the bridge, the one that you can walk across, can't remember what it's called, all the way to Kitsilano Beach area, and that's kind of where we had to end the day. So we saw a good chunk of the west end. Of course there's still so much to see, but I think we saw a good chunk of it, and it's stunning, absolutely stunning. I do definitely at this point want to move here. It is, in my opinion, way better than Toronto. We just took an Uber home, and our Uber driver was saying the last time he was in Toronto was 2005, and Toronto is definitely bigger than Vancouver, and I do not really agree whatsoever. Like, it really depends, what do you consider part of Toronto? And for me, like, a lot of the north end is not Toronto because it's not walkable, right? And what I consider part of the city is the areas you can actually walk and do things in. And I think, well, in my opinion, Toronto kind of like, if you can't walk it, and if there isn't much like accessibility to it, I don't consider it part of the city, you know? That's just my opinion though, and I wouldn't really consider Toronto big whatsoever. Vancouver's so clean, and I know for a fact like the East Hastings area and the Chinatown area is of course less clean and a little less unsafe, but every city has its like bad areas. But I feel like from what we've seen and the huge amount of walking we did, it's a lot cleaner than Toronto. And there's like no construction comparatively. Like, there's definitely construction here that we noticed, but like Toronto is just laced thick. It's construction everywhere. We can't even walk most of the downtown area in Toronto without being wind blasted with sand and getting literally holes in my eyes, to the point where I have to go to the eye doctor and get steroid eye drops. And just, there's not like literal dog poo everywhere. Like, I was blown away by the cleanliness of the streets here. It's impeccable compared to, like, Toronto is gross. There's pee everywhere. Like, the streets are literally stained in urine. It smells like urine. You have to be dodging poo everywhere. Like, you literally can't not look at the ground because you're gonna step in poo otherwise. And I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Like, I can't get over the fact how similar the whole Daviesville area aesthetic wise is to, you can tell it's influenced by Japan. Like, it really was just like Melbourne, like Australia meets Japan meets Canadian vegetation. Like, it was insanely bringing so many flashbacks for me, which obviously are factors that I love, and those are some of the key things that I miss from living in Japan, was the safety, the cleanliness, there's so many things now. Of course, this was only day 1 and there's so much more to discover and learn. So I'm gonna take you guys with me tomorrow for a little bit of the day. I do have a big family get together, so I'm not gonna film that. So it might be another dual 2-in-1 day vlog. So that's it for today's vlog. I will catch you guys next time. Remember to subscribe to see more with notification bells turned on, or else you're gonna miss my videos. So notifications have to be on, or else YouTube's just not gonna recommend me. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.